She has 2 shotguns and a handgun. There is a shotgun sitting on her kitchen table. From the distance that I was away from her, it looked like it was right around her.
Alright. Any reason why a shotgun would be out?
I do not know. He does have.
I'm gonna wait for another unit to.
As the officers wait for other units to arrive, he goes around the house to make sure that the alleged attacker is not in the house. They search the backyard, the shed, and they find no one.
Back, okay. Alright, just don't touch anything. Get. Forward, guys, please, anyone inside! Shotgun basements.
You're laying on my floor, your shotgun level. Alright, I'm in advance, there's no dead. What are you doing?
Gotcha.
As soon as the officers entered, there was an evident smell of gas coming from the stove, which was probably intended by the alleged attacker.
Time of death is 2024. Alright. Yep.
Yeah, you can. The medic can reach over. Yeah. Okay. I got you. Yep. Cool, thanks.
The victim in this unfortunate incident was 62-year-old Cindy Berinda Testerman. She was a beloved local in her community and known for her kind and approachable nature. She kept close contact with her son, who lived just a few blocks nearby. When the police canvassed the neighborhood, they got an earful on just how valuable Cindy was to all, especially her next-door neighbors. Their small community was absolutely heartbroken by this loss. Now, from the crime scene photos, we can see that the whole house was turned upside down. It's as if the attacker went digging for personal belongings, credit cards, any spare cash in the house, which makes us believe that this was an attempted burglary. But based on how the victim died, you can tell that it was personal. The first person of interest is obviously the son. However, his alibi sticks, and his cooperation showed that he was ready to go above and beyond in finding this cold-blooded killer.
Looking at the home security system. So if we go back to yesterday, so Friday, I can see her coming home. That's my mom. So I can see her coming home. And then Saturday, this gentleman comes up in the morning. It looks like maybe she talks to him because that has microphones, and then he leaves.
From this door cam footage, we get this one person who visits the house quite often, all the way up to the days leading to the murder. The son has no idea who he is, but judging by the footage, this is someone who knew Cindy quite well, based on them chatting and smiling. So the question now is, who is this man? We know that Cindy's car is also missing from the scene, which was this maroon car here. But after the police issued a stake and notify, they get an alert that this car was found in the city on the east side. Now, of course, it was reported stolen by that time, so they had no choice but to stop the car and ID the driver, which could be our guy.
Give me your keys.
Well, it turns out it's not. None of the occupants were a match of the guy in the door cam. So, how did they come across a stolen vehicle?
I didn't steal anything. I'm trying to realize it because
Can't make no phone calls right now.
that's crazy.
Do you have the title for this?
What's in the The man sold this car to me and my husband. I didn't steal anything. I didn't know the car was stolen. I wouldn't buy no stolen car.
She said that she was sold this car by some guy with an alias name. There was no deed, no contract, probably because the guy sold them the car at a low rate. But in the end, the people in the car were cleared of any involvement, and the guy in the door cam footage was nowhere to be found. With the stolen car lead a dead end, detectives at the crime scene are now focused on interviewing the neighbors about when they last saw Cindy or anything unusual. Hopefully, this can nudge the detectives in the right direction.
Is she home? It's taped off like a crime scene.
Yeah, we can't talk about much right now, but we're just trying to investigate.
Her father just passed away. It was his house.
Mm-hmm.
I used to sit there over there and play checkers with him.
Wow. Is her car usually there?
Yeah. And I told my wife, I said, Cindy's car ain't been there all day.
The neighbor noticed Cindy's car missing that day and talked about her neighbor across the street, who was also missing. It was a strange fact to bring up, but at this point, the detectives were grasping at straws, so at this point, any lead was a good lead.
Who stays in this house here?
That's another story.
Okay. Is anyone currently here?
I don't know where she's at, in a rehab or something. So I don't know where she's at.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her in 3 months.
This neighbor was 66-year-old Judy Slebzak, who was reported missing. It was somewhat coincidental, but still a long shot that this missing person case of Judy Slebzak could somehow be linked to the murder case of Cindy Testerman. Turns out, it was. As soon as the word got out that Cindy was murdered, her neighbor, Linda, was the first to make this eerie connection. She knew Cindy and Judy personally, so she had some details about the two, which gave the detectives the break they needed.
Did you hear from Judy at all?
No, she is not around.
I can't seem to come up with her.
Her stepson, his first name is Ryan. That's his name, Ryan. I don't know his last name, but I found his first name, Ryan. And she was gone for a couple weeks, or about a week or so, and I was told that she had gone into a rehab. I do believe she has a substance abuse problem because she has some health issues, and I think she was abusing some Percocets. But that's only rumors from the neighborhood. And that's when Ryan showed up again, and he was there, and he kind of told them, I'm here now, I'll take care of her. And we didn't see her except to hear a rumor that she went into rehab again.
The detectives learned that there was a young guy staying in Judy's house, her stepson, named Ryan McGuire. When the police ran his name through the system, they came across an old case about a stepson named Ryan. After doing some facial recognition and cross-checking for marks and tattoos, the detectives now had a name for the guy in the door cam footage, Ryan McGuire. Seeing that McGuire's last known location was Judy's house, the police got a search warrant for the house to check if he was hiding in there or not.
All the steps, right? Baltimore County Police, anybody up there? Okay, I'm in the room, close the door on the left. I'm gonna hold this room. If you guys go right, I'm gonna hold this room in the hallway. Police search warrant, police. On the cat. Alright, coming out. Alright, so push up. You take on left side. Alright, sure. Baltimore County Police. Search warrant, police.
After searching the house, they could not locate McGuire. They also found that Judy's credit cards were stolen. There was a bit of a mess in some rooms, the same kind that we saw in Cindy's house. After they could not locate McGuire, they noticed that both the cases had stolen credit cards, which means if he's a dumb criminal, he's going to be out there using that card. This was the detective's biggest lead so far. After running the transaction records, they found that the card was actually still being used. They found video evidence of one of the stores where the card was used, and identified McGuire making the purchase. There was a point when he went through a drive-through ATM driving Judy's black car, and on the passenger side, we can see his girlfriend. The police also traced the credit cards to a hotel along the Pulaski Highway where he was staying. Plus, they were able to find Judy's car parked at the hotel parking lot, which led them to the room that he was staying in. The credit card transactions paved the way to the place where he had been spending his days, so now all the police had to do was arrest him.
know, my camera is on, so I'm recording you, but not that it's facing you, but anything that you're saying is getting recorded. So I got to let you know that, all right?
The things found in his motel room were all the more evidence that they got the right guy. They found IDs, credit cards, and jewelry, all items of both Judy and Cindy. There was no way out for McGuire at this point. Even an interrogation was unnecessary. But of course, there was still one unanswered question. Why did he do it?
Hey, what's going on? And then I get a cigarette, man? Yeah, probably. I'll have to find one. It might take me a minute, but yeah, I don't think that's a problem. Oh. You good? Did we get the wrong thing? I'm good. I ate one. Oh, okay. Anything else you need? I just want a cigarette. You give me a cigarette right now, I'll tell you everything y'all need to know. Okay. And I can make a phone call to my girlfriend. Yeah, let me see what I can do. You got a preference? I don't know that I don't give a fuck about anything. Really? Yeah. A cigarette? Yeah. All right, man.
From the get-go, he knew that there's no way out. So all he needs is a cigarette to loosen up, after which he claims to tell the detective anything that he needs to know. By the way, if you're finding the video interesting, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really supports the channel. Now, let's dive back in.
Of course we're empty, but I got my part of work about it. We should have the cigarettes soon. Go through this real quick. What's your last name? What? McGuire, right? Yeah. Ryan Michael? Yeah. So, what's been going on with you? What can you tell me? Well, you said you tell me everything, right? What's this one? What's this for? We've got your 3 warrants, right? Huh? You said you got 3 warrants? I got a couple warrants about BOP and FTA. Okay. What was all that about? I'm drugged. Okay. You use drugs? Yeah. Are you under the influence of anything right now? No. Okay. I have nothing today. Okay. Well, you said you've been staying at the motel there? Yeah, I stayed there for a couple of days. Okay. What about before that? I've been staying with that lady. Who's that? The huge car I had. Judy? Yeah. Okay. What's your relationship to her? She's like, I don't know, my stepmom or something like that. Okay. She let you use the car and everything? Yeah. All right, nice lady. Where's she at these days? Yeah, listen. I need a cigarette. I'm not saying nothing else. Tell you a cigarette. Okay. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know. She's gone too. She's dead too. Just to let you know, she's dead too. You're gonna charge me with that one too. So I'll tell you where she's at as soon as I get a cigarette. All right, man. Let me see if I can get you a cigarette. Y'all know I'm here for the one across the street. What's that? I'm here for what? Across the street. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna beat around the bush with you. That's what it is, okay? Let me get you a cigarette. Man, I'll tell you where Judy's and everything is at, so you can charge me that one too. So all right, bro. I appreciate it.
That was absolutely crazy. With no shame and clearly no regret, he just blurted out that he killed his own stepmother. Within the first 3 minutes, he has solved the unsolved missing person case and exposed himself. At this point, the detective has to give him a cigarette because he realized that there's no need for any interrogation tactic or strategy here. Just a dose of nicotine is going to be enough for him to unveil his shocking crime. Or should I say, crimes.
What the fuck is that? It's they don't like people smoking in here. So, allegedly suck up the smoke. I don't know how good it works, but it's a big shot. You see the plug over here? It's right here. Yeah, get it. Yeah, thanks, man. Don't let her back when you're done. I'll get in trouble. Alright. So where do you want first? I can start from the beginning. Y'all not gonna find Judy without me telling you where she's at. Where's she at? She's still in her house. Okay. Y'all take her, I'll show you where she's at. Alright. Can you explain it to me?
she got high. She was getting high, so she asked me to shoot up. I shot up and she OD'd. So I had a warrant. I wasn't going to call the police. So I told everybody she was in rehab.
Okay. Where in the house was that? I was in the house.
Whose house? Whose house were you in?
Judy's. I was in both houses.
Why y'all going to Judy's house? They said I was over there?
Yeah.
Who, your neighbors?
I seen there's a video.
Oh, yeah. What? Video me like going in and out?
Yeah.
Because the neighbors next door got video cameras.
The other lady house had a camera too. It's her bunking in there. So that's why I went in the house. Where's Judy in the house?
Y'all it's not.
Not yet.
It stinks. I've just been putting a lot of perfume shit in there.
Okay.
It's upstairs in the bedroom.
Is that right? Okay.
She's not little. The keys for a car. You get to the box when she's there.
Okay. What is it, like a hidden apartment type thing?
It's the house and then the bed. With that big towel on one. Okay. Upstairs in the bedroom. The one with the air conditioning on. The room where it's cold at.
Okay, I'm not sure. I'll take a look. How long ago was that? Do you remember?
It's like a month, maybe.
Okay. Alright. What happened across the street?
She asked me a question.
About what?
Judy.
Okay. Did she realize something was going on there?
I guess.
Well, what were you doing over her house?
What that?
So you know who that is?
Yeah, Cindy.
Cindy. Yeah. So she called you? You sent your number or whatever?
Yeah, she called me from Judy's house.
Okay. And you said you went over and talked to her?
Yeah, she wants to leave with her.
Okay. And then how did that go?
That's not too good.
Oh, I mean, I get that, but I mean, how did it kind of happen?
I just don't remember.
But she was asking too much.
And the sister was ready to call the cops.
Oh, yeah. You knew that. Alright, so how did it happen?
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Super.
Choked her almost down there. Alright. Where?
2 times. I think it's 2 or 3.
Okay.
I think 2.
2 times.
I don't know.
Maybe 3.
I think it's 2 or 3.
Okay. I mean, it was in the kitchen there where.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know if she died right away? Did she say anything? Did she see it coming? No. But I ain't gonna get over with. I'm not gonna pry, just trying to understand a little bit. I mean, I know it ain't easy to talk about either. And she was in the kitchen with you guys were smoking?
No, we smoked, then we went in the back.
Okay.
She showed me something, then I started choking her, then I stabbed her from home. And it's the kitchen.
Okay.
There was blood on the counter, right? That's what I stabbed her at. That's why I choked her at.
Okay.
And I had her choke hold and I stabbed her and she fell to the ground. I think I stabbed her again, like the neck or something.
Okay. And where was the knife from?
You don't get the one knife.
Okay.
But there ain't no, I cleaned the one off.
Yeah. Where's the one you're talking about I'll be able to get?
It should be in the hotel. It should be hooked on the back one of my pants.
Okay. And then the one you said you cleaned off?
No, that one's cleaned off one there. The other one's gone.
Where did that one go?
I threw it away somewhere.
You don't remember where?
Somewhere in the city.
Okay. What would you take out of the house?
A gun. I threw it inside.
Okay. You remember where that was?
So yeah, all I took was some jewelry, some charge cards, my phone.
What did you do with all that stuff?
Charge card, everything's all the cards are probably in the room, but I used them all. So
at the hotel.
No, I used them at stores. Wall Street.
Yeah, I'm talking about the stuff that's still in the hotel room?
Right, like what kind of stuff? Like
You said jewelry.
whatever's left, I ain't really recognize.
Okay. Where'd the phone go? Threw away. Do you remember where?
No, I'm just saying that I mean, it's video games and thing like that. Said like, I said we looked at our phone too.
I got you.
And I was on there
For the home camera.
but there was more camera in there. I know there was more camera in there. It recorded everything.
No, not everything.
It recorded what?
You got the important stuff.
So that little box in the kitchen. That little white box in the wall. Recorded.
What about the gun?
What? 3 days up?
You
I
said
saw
you sold
it.
Remember where?
Yeah, the difference.
Don't use anyone in particular?
Yeah, the dudes I can deal with. I saw like 4 or 5 guns so far.
Okay.
I tell y'all, I know y'all got me. They got me for burglaries and all types of shit. Yeah, y'all have open cases. I did all of them.
Okay.
The one dude, Mike, that black dude at the trailer park, I got a couple guns from him. I saw them. You know, I'm gonna get him next. He said, y'all lucky you got me. I was using next one when I die. You know, I'm gonna kill that bitch.
Mike,
The black dude.
okay.
The trailer park.
Alright.
In the liquor store, y'all still haven't. You all said there was a black dude around that one. Like you can do so too.
Which liquor store?
Greens.
Okay. On, Factory there?
No.
Who you talking
On
about?
Philadelphia Road.
Okay.
All the way around that trailer park. All the cross around that trailer park?
Yeah.
All the burglaries, all the shit.
He has now confessed to killing both Cindy and Judy and revealed where Judy's body was hidden, something that wasn't found in the search warrant on Judy's home. The chilling part here is that he killed Judy because he claimed that she was an addict and he wanted to get access to her stuff, primarily the money. So he killed her months ago. And when Cindy started asking questions, he decided to kill her too. This was the heinous reason that he did what he did. And at this point, he doesn't even care.
Saturday night, I parked the car around the corner and I walked to Judy's house.
Alright. How about your clothes?
What?
The clothes you were wearing?
I ain't got no blood on me at all.
No? Okay. Did you take that stuff with you to the motel?
I had a pair of shoes, I threw them away.
Where was that?
I don't even know.
When do you think you did that?
Matter of fact, I threw the shoes away in the trash can at the hotel.
Okay. Do you remember when?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. Around what time?
I don't even remember.
Was it in the morning?
It's late time.
Late time. Okay. What they look like?
They're gray.
Mm-hmm. Nikes?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you have to throw them away for?
I had blood on them.
Like on the top or the bottom?
Like the tops and the bottom.
Okay.
The detectives went back to the trash chute to find this pair of shoes which belonged to McGuire. You can see the blood marks on them, which was a confirmed match for Cindy's blood. There was also an exact match of the footprints that were recovered from Cindy's house. All of this happened over his addiction, which led to greed and eventually led to betrayal. In December of 2019, Ryan McGuire pled guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder for the murder of his stepmother and her neighbor, and he was sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms. In the end, McGuire was just looking for financial independence to sustain his addiction, and he was able to kill anyone who got in his way. And if you think this case was horrific, you need to check out my video on the evil daughter who had no idea that she was being recorded.